Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video we will create some advanced React Native onboarding carousel. I was inspired by Vladimir. He created this beautiful carousel, and I will show you my way of doing it in React Native by using the FlatList and Animated API. We will be doing the background color interpolation, so we will change the background color based on the active slide, and we will also, I'm going to show you a YOLO method to modify the scroll X and create an animated value between 0 and 1. So we will interpolate it and use it for this background rotation of the square, plus the carousel indicator or onboarding indicator, and we will apply some different styles there as well. So let's play the intro, jump straight into VS Code and start building this beautiful onboarding carousel in React Native. Shall we? Alrighty, so I've already created a boilerplate for this project. The starter code for this project is, there is a link down in the description. So go there, grab the code, and this is what you'll end up having. And we will have the same starter or starting point. So let me walk you through what we have. First of all, thank you so much FlatIcon for this retro wave icons that we'll be using here. Go check this out. Also the link to it is down in the description as well. And I have here some BGs like backgrounds, which is an array, and some data. Each data has a key, title, description, and image. So let me close this array here. And first, let's create the flat list. So let's remove the text. We'll have here a flat list, and go up, and we'll need animated flat list, and we'll also need an image, right? And maybe dimensions, I'm not sure, but just get them here. So const width height, it's equal to dimensions. Get screen. Cool. And this flat list, it's actually an animated flat list, and we will have here data, which is data, the key extractor, it's item key. We'll render the item, and we'll have here return a view. This view is going to have an image, the source of URI item image, right? And the style of maybe width, it's going to be width divided by 2, height it's going to be width divided by 2, and resize mode is going to be contained. So basically half of the screen, right? Amazing. And this one is going to be horizontal. Show horizontal indicator is going to be false. All right, now it's time to play with the width. So width is going to be width of the screen, and we'll justify the content to the center and align the items to the center as well. Okay, maybe you know what, let's do it differently. So this image should have a view, and this view is going to have a style of flex 0.7. Let's give it a background color of red. All right, and now we'll have another view with a style of maybe flex 0.3, right? And inside we'll have a text with item title and item description. Great. And for the item title, we'll have a style of font weight. It's going to be 800. Font size is going to be 20, maybe 22, 24. All right, 24. Margin bottom is going to be 10, and color is going to be white. Let's actually leave it for now like this, and for the description we'll have a font weight of 300, and yeah, I think that's it. So it's looking good so far. All right, and we'll have here a style, content container style. We'll apply a padding bottom of 100. All right, and the image itself should have a justify content center. So we'll center this image. Right now we can remove the background color red. It doesn't matter, but this one should have a padding of 20. So just give it a little breathing room here. All right. Now we also need to display the onboarding, like the indicator. So let's create here an indicator, pass is scroll X. So scroll X is not defined, but scroll X is going to be React use ref, a new animated value starting from 0, get the current. And this animated flat list should have a scroll event total 60, maybe 32, and on scroll is going to be new animated event. We'll get from native event content offset X and assign it to the scroll X, and in our case we'll not use the native driver. The reason for that is because we will change the background color, and background color is not supported by the native driver, only the transform and opacity it's used. And I'm using this React use ref because React will keep track of this value, and whenever this component will be re-rendered, the value is not going to change. So it's really nice and it's performant as well. So let's create the indicator here. So const indicator is going to receive the scroll X. It's going to return here a view, and we will iterate over the data, get the index I, and here we will return a view, and each particular view will have a style of, first let's not forget about the key, so it's indicator, get the I here, and the style is going to be height, maybe 12, rate 10, width of 10, border radius 5, background color is going to be, let's say, 333, and the indicator here is complaining, right? All right, so those are visible here, and the indicator itself, let's position this absolute, and bottom is going to be 100. Okay, make this a row, and let's apply a margin for each particular button of maybe 10. Yeah, that's looking good. And let's style this a little, but now I'm seeing that this one is not actually a carousel, and we need to enable the paging. So paging is going to be enabled. So now we have this as a carousel. And before styling, let's create here a backdrop. And backdrop, it's also going to receive the scroll X. Backdrop basically is going to be the background of this entire slide. So we will have here the backdrop, so const backdrop is going to be a method, it's going to receive the scroll X, and it's going to return an animated view, and we'll have some style. So styles, it's going to be background color. Let's apply the BGs and 0, and we'll position this absolute, so style sheet absolute fill object, and then we'll pass those items, right? So it's going to stretch the entire screen, but we would like to modify this animation here. So const bg is going to be scroll X interpolate, and the input range should be something like 0 with multiplied by 2, and so on and so forth, based on how many items we have, right? So we'll have here a data map, and then actually we can do directly bgs map, and bg we don't need it, we only need the index, and here we'll return I multiplied by the width. And for the output range, we'll have bgs map get the bg and return the bg, right? And now we need to get this background color, so instead of bg, let's apply directly background color. Cool. And now you see this is interpolated based on scroll X, which is looking really nice. Okay, now let's move on to the colors. So color in the first place for this text. So color is going to be white. All right, this is looking even better, right? Let's increase the font size here just a little. 28 looks okay. Okay, and now let's go to the indicator. Indicator is going to have the same input range, so let me copy everything from here, paste it down below. But this time I would like to play around with the scale and opacity. So I'll have a scale here. We'll interpolate based on the data, and the output range, it's going to be, actually, you know what, this is wrong here inside, because we would like to create an interpolation based on for each particular dot. So inside the data, when we go through the data, we need to create the interpolation. So in our case, the scale is going to be, so we'll have here an input range, which is going to be I minus 1 multiplied by the width, I multiplied by the width, I plus 1 multiplied by the width. All right, so this is next slide, current slide, and previous slide. Or yeah, it's actually vice versa. Previous slide, current slide, next slide. So we'll have this input range, and the output range is going to be 0.8 or 0.8, 1.4, and 0.8. Right, and with this scale, let's convert this into an animated view and pass here the transform scale. All right, this is looking really good. The only problem is that we need to extrapolate. So extrapolate, it's going to be clamp. And the reason for that is we don't want to move outside of this range for this particular item, right? So all right, this is looking really good. The only thing which I would like to change is the background, so it's going to be white, but we'll play around with the opacity, and opacity is going to be basically the same thing as here, but we can lower down even more, maybe 0.6. all right, and maybe 0.9. all right, so this is looking really good. Now let's move to the square here. So inside the main app we'll have another square. So square it's equal to, we'll get also the scroll x. We don't need actually the scroll x, but yeah, let's see. So let's apply scroll x here, and we'll return a view. This is actually going to be an animated view, and we'll style this as width is going to be height is going to be height, background color is going to be white, border radius maybe 96. Okay, and let's apply a transform. Oh, and we need to position this absolute, right? And we'll transform, rotate maybe 30 degrees, 35 degrees. And width is going to be width, height is going to be width, or even width multiplied by 2, and width multiplied by 2. All right, and now let's move this up. So top is going to be maybe minus height. Actually, you know what? This is okay, height and height. I don't care. All right, so minus height multiplied with point. Yeah, with 0.6, and maybe left it's 0. Let's see how it's looking. Maybe minus height multiplied with 0.2, 0.5. Yeah, this is looking good. And what we would like to do here is this one should, so when you are in the middle of the slide, I would like to transition it outside of the screen and then again back where it was. And in order to do that, we need to create some YOLO methods with animated math functions. So here, let's create a YOLO, right? And I would like to have the value of the, so it's going to be like, we will have the modulo of scroll x and width of the screen. So basically we will go from 0 and width, right? So it's not going to go above or beyond the width, but this time this one is going to be divided. So we will divide the modulo on a new animated value of the width, right? So we will go from 0 basically to 1, because with this modulo we went from 0 to width, and we divided this and we go to from 0 to 1. And this YOLO, to ensure that we'll get the proper value, so it's going to be modulo this one and 1. So basically we'll get the entire proper value here. All right. And this time we will have a rotate, which is a YOLO interpolate, and we'll get the input range from 0 to 1, which is perfect because this is what we need, right? And also at the middle, in the middle of the transition. And the output range is going to be, let's say, 35, maybe minus 35 degrees, 35 degrees, and minus 35 degrees. All right, and with this rotate, let's apply directly here. And I think it's 0, minus, and 0. Right, cool. And now watch what will happen. So if we move, all right, we move this, it's back again, right? And I think that we can actually move it to 0 degrees. So wait, this is middle, this is 0, yeah. So now up, up, up. Okay, and let's also play around with the translate X. So translate X, we will move this 0, minus height, and height, and 0 again. So translate X. Let's see how this is looking. Oh, right. So this is outside of the screen. All right. This is actually looking really good. All right, guys. So that was it. Thank you so much for staying so long with me. I hope that you've learned something new in this tutorial. Hopefully you can apply it in your existing project. And by the way, if you have any issues, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer all of them and help you as much as I can. Also, don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, double smash the dislike button. See you in the next video. Bye bye.